Hello guys and welcome back to another video. The trailer for Jurassic Rebirth just released today. I've already posted a Jurassic Rebirth trailer reaction. If you want to see that, then go check out that video. But today, or now, I'm gonna recap the trailer, so let's get in. So the trailer starts with Zora Bennett, Scarlett Johansson, the character Zora Bennett, entering the museum where Jonathan Bailey or Henry Loomis works. And so I don't know who that guy is, but there is some sort of a guy. Maybe it's the boss of the museum, but I don't really know who that is. And he basically says to Jonathan Bailey or Henry Loomis that they're going on a mission, and Henry Loomis doesn't know which mission he's talking about, so he doesn't know about anything. And in that scene, we see that the museum has been taken down, or that it's being taken down. We don't know why it's taken down, but yeah. And we see that the T-Rex skeleton, the same one from in the first Jurassic Park, or at least the banner is the same one from the first Jurassic Park. A little Easter egg to the first Jurassic Park, but I don't know if that is the T-Rex, if that is the Jurassic Park T-Rex or like the skeleton, because I don't know if they could actually put it back together. I don't think that it's the same one, but it could be Rexy. Like, I have heard, I believe, Brocy speculating that it could be Rexy. I don't know if it could be Rexy. Maybe it will be Rexy, but I really don't know. Then the next scene, where there we see Scarlett Johansson and Jonathan Bailey in the fields in the infamous long grass. Like, almost every image that we've gotten about Jurassic Rebirth is taking place in that long grass. And we have our first look at the Titanosaurus. The design looks very cool. Like, I really like how thick the neck is and how long the tail. And I also like the fins. The design does look, in my opinion, a bit like a Blender model. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I don't know if you guys know Ali Awada. You definitely need to check him out. He's a very talented creator, but he's basically someone who creates a lot of Jurassic Park short films in Blender. So this kind of reminds me of that. So yeah, maybe it's just because it's just from a trailer. I think that maybe if we'll see the movie, then it will look better. But it does look very cool. Maybe it's just from my memory that it looks a bit weird. And then we also have the guy, I think that it's the boss, or like, I don't know if it's that guy voicing, but I think it is, basically saying that they need to get DNA from the largest dinosaurs to create a medicine that could save human lives. So this was already featured in the synopsis. And then also Zora Bennett says to Henry Loomis that she can basically guarantee their safety, sorta. Like, she's not really sure, but yeah. Then moving on, we have a scene where they're basically inside that bar, and we see a plane flying towards that bar, and then we basically are introduced to the character Duncan, I believe he's called. So it's supposedly a friend of Zora Bennett, and this does really give me Malta vibes, like the vibes from the Dominion black market, especially Zora Bennett, like with those glasses on. She really reminds me of Caleb Watts or like Suan Santos, one of those two. And he's like, Duncan I believe says something about the government patrol, maybe that because they're hiding from something like that. I don't know really, but there is going on a money betting game, I believe, because we saw because we saw him and all the rest of the guys like cheering. Then we also saw an image where he is just sitting at that table with some money on the table. So I think that is that. And we also see like the ship, like our first shot at the ship. So yeah. Then we see a shot of some sort of a fence with like danger 10,000 volts or something, I don't know. And they mentioned that this island was the original testing or cloning island from Jurassic Park. So the writer of this movie, I believe it is David Koepp. I hope that I am not wrong about that, but he basically said that he didn't want anything retconned, and this is a retcon, I believe, because the original first place where they cloned dinosaurs is Sorna, and I don't think that this is Sorna. Like, especially, it could be Sorna, but I don't know. It could actually be, because there are some things that I'm about to talk about that could relate to it, like, because we see like the labs that we also see in Jurassic Park 3, something very similar to that, and also like a raptor in some sort of a tube. So that does really remind me of Jurassic Park 3 with those research facilities and things like that. So yeah. Then moving on, we have a scene with the Quetzalcoatlus. Like, we see that one guy that I've been talking about this whole video, that I assume maybe is some sort of a boss from the museum. I don't think that it is, but I really don't know who that guy is. And he asked Henry Loomis if they really need to get a sample from an egg, and then he answers that they could get it from the parent, but that's a very large flying pterosaur, the size of an F-16. The size from an F-16. So, and then we see them inside the temple that we've seen in some shots, and also like from the images that we've gotten so far, we've also seen this temple a few times. And we see them descending down, and also when they're in the temple and collecting the sample from the egg, then they see like a giant shadow flying above them, and then the Quetzalcoatlus design, what looks very cool, but it does really remind me of a design from Jurassic World the game. I don't know why, but it really looks like something like that. And then we see that it's entering the temple, and then Henry Loomis falls out of the temple because his safety cords, because his safety harness, then like the thing that he is attached to, I believe maybe the Quetzalcoatlus like broke it, so that he just falls down. And then we also see Zora Bennett like trying to get him back up. Like, it's a pretty cool scene. And then in the next scene we see Duncan, like with the flare that we've seen a few times in images, and also in the teaser from yesterday. We see him like saying "come on" and like using the flare, and also the voiceover that guy that I've mentioned very many times in this video, like, it says these dinosaurs were too dangerous to keep in the original park. So that basically refers to them being the first cloned dinosaurs, and this also refers to the mutant, I believe. And then we see the raptors. They say, because someone says, I don't know who that is, like, please don't say they're raptors. And then Jonathan Billy says they're raptors. And then we see the infamous scene from Jurassic Park where their claws are tapping on the floor. And then we see like a group of people standing there, and then we see the leg of the mutant dinosaur, I believe it is, and everyone looks like really scared to the dinosaur. So yeah, and then the next scene is a scene where they're basically like driving trucks, or we see like a very a very small glimpse of someone riding a truck. And we also see Scarlett Johansson or Sarah Bennett like firing some bullets at something. And then we also see a new dinosaur that we didn't know was gonna appear in the movie, and that is the Dilophosaurus. So it has done basically a design change, and it's like spitting, or it's roaring at that girl that we've also seen in some images. Basically, I believe it's one of the people that's stranded on this island, like some sort, like one of the family members that we know from the synopsis. Their boat crashed. So yeah, and then we also see like that girl hiding in a bush, and then like a T-Rex roaring. I do really like the colors of the T-Rex. Like, I really like how it looks. It also has a bit of changes, but not too many. So I really love how the T-Rex looks. So yeah, and then we also see the T-Rex chasing someone in the water. So just yesterday they also revealed that the scene from Jurassic Park is gonna be the raft scene. So that's from the raft scene, I believe, that the T-Rex is chasing them. So I'm really excited for that. And so yeah. So I forgot to mention a scene where a dude is like in a tube or in a testing chamber with the mutant dinosaur with like 4 arms and like a very weird head, and like he's slapping on the window, like help me out, and like I believe that then the dinosaur or the mutant is gonna eat him. So a really cool scene, and I don't know how I forgot to put it into this video. So yeah, let's move on. And then we see Jonathan Bailey saying something about survival. I don't remember what he actually said, but then we move on to the scene from the boat. I believe that's the family, that's the boat from the family that they're talking about. It's a bit different than the synopsis because Sarah Bennett is also on that boat, and we see it being hunted by a Mosasaurus and 3 Spinosauruses. So yesterday we actually got an image from this, like 3 Spinosauruses circling around the boat with a Mosasaurus, and I actually speculated, or I showed that image to my dad, and I said I hope that the Spinosauruses won't help the Mosasaurus, and they helped the Mosasaurus, but I don't find it as bad as yesterday, but I just hope that these aren't like the minions of the Mosasaurus. And then we also see like everyone falling from the ship, and that one girl that we see that is very prominently featured in the trailer, falling from the ship overboard. And then we also see a glimpse of the Spinosaurus design. It looks pretty cool, but I don't really like how the head looks. It looks pretty cool, but it looks, even in my opinion, it looks maybe even worse than the Baryonyx. But maybe it's also just because we don't see the rest of the body, and it's also way too big in my opinion. Like, the head compared to that girl, the Spinosaurus head was just way too big, and like the whole Spinosaurus was very large. But I do really like the design because they also have like a flipper tail and things like that, and also like the Mosasaurus design. I really enjoy the Mosasaurus design with like more of a tail fluke and like no osteoderms. And then we also see someone falling from the ship, or like hanging from the ship, and the Spinosaurus jumping at him. And I've seen Evolution Square saying that this guy might get eaten by the Spinosaurus. I don't think that that's the case, because we do see the Spinosaurus snapping, and I don't think that he actually got the man. But someone who I think is gonna die is Duncan. Yeah, I believe when Duncan is screaming, and then we see him running away with the flare from the mutant, I believe that it's basically him sacrificing himself, and he's gonna get eaten by by the mutant, and also because the synopsis or some sort of the magazine says or mentions that there are gonna be some character deaths. So yeah, that I do really like the design from the Mosasaurus, although it does really remind me of the Walking with Dinosaurs Leoplorodon. I don't know why, it just does. So some predictions that I want to make is again that Duncan is gonna die. We also haven't seen the Aquilops in this trailer. That's pretty weird. Maybe it won't even appear in the movie. I do think so, but we aren't sure yet. Although it has been kind of semi confirmed. So although it has kind of been confirmed, so I do think that it's gonna appear. So that's one of my. So that's something I think that it's gonna happen, and also I think that it's gonna be like the bumpy of the movie. And so maybe if I watch the trailer very carefully, maybe like in some sort of a background shot they show it. So yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you enjoyed, definitely leave a like and subscribe to my channel, because you definitely want to stay tuned, because there's gonna be a lot of Jurassic Rebirth related content in the next days and weeks. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. And if you guys have seen some things in the trailer that I haven't mentioned in this video, then definitely point these out to me in the comments, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye everyone!